Hi everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. Today we're going to be making a little bit of a retro card, but let's talk about what we're using first. I have the Festivi-cheese stamp set. It has so many great sentiments for the holidays and some cute little add-ons that go so perfectly with the extra cheese stamp set, which I'll show you here in a second, but there's all the matching dies to go along with it. That's the extra cheese stamp set. So you can have the best time making holiday cards using your little cheese along with all those fun sentiments and the little extras, which is so great. And then I'm going to pair it up with an older die set called Merry and Bright. I love this one. It has such a retro feel to it, and we're going to really lean into that. I'm going to be doing some alcohol marker coloring, so I'm going to ink up each of my images using some Stellar ink. This one is called Black Widow, perfect for alcohol marker coloring, and it's a nice crisp black. I've stamped out the brie, and then I grabbed a snow hat or like a little stocking hat, and then we also grabbed the candy cane. I guess that could also be a Santa hat. And we're going to ink that up and stamp that down also. This is some blending cardstock, perfect for it as well. And then the sentiment that I've chosen says, may your days brie, merry, and bright. But I only want the may all your days brie. So I just inked that part up and I stamped that part out. We are going to use the Merry and Bright die to cover the rest of it. So I've brought out my Olo marker chart. These smaller images are really pretty simple to color, so I'm only using at most 2 colors. I'll put all of those up on the screen for you, and I blend some of that out. I decided instead of using reds, I would use a red violet, so it's a bit more of a pink, definitely more of a pink. And like I said, I was going with that retro vibe, and I'm gonna lean into using colors that are non-traditional for Christmas. So that's why we use that dark pink. And then the brie, we're going to use some 07.1 for the skin of the brie, or the brine of the brie, and then we're going to color the little brie with some yellows. This is one where I actually do use 3 colors because I wanted his holes inside to be darker. That'll add just a little bit more shadowing. And so I'll grab that darker, I think it's a Y2.3. And it doesn't make that much of a difference, but it's enough because he's a smaller image. Then we're going to bring in our matching dies that go along with this, and we'll tack that down with a little bit of mint tape. And then we'll also get our little brie covered as well. And then for the sentiment, I'm going to go ahead and die cut that out like I normally would, even though I don't have the rest of the sentiment on there. And you'll see how that looks, but we'll trim that down. So I'll put all of my dies back, and then I'm going to grab some scissors, and I'm just going to trim around the word brie after I attach down our Santa hat and our candy cane into his little hand. So here I'll grab the scissors, and I'm just going to trim off the excess, and then it just says, may all your days brie. How cute is that? And then I did pick this like lime green color for our panel, and here's all the colors I chose. I went ahead and die cut out all the pieces from Merry and Bright and put those into my tidy tray. I'm going to pull out the letters for the words Merry and Bright, and then we'll get started attaching those down here in a second, but my pickup stick works perfectly to grab all those pieces out. Before we do that, I do want to do some splatter on my background. I'm going to use that Dina Wakley white gloss spray. I love this stuff because it actually dries a whole lot quicker than the picket fence paint. I love that paint too, but this stuff just dries a whole lot quicker. So I'm going to set this off to the side to dry. And then we're going to start piecing together our words using our pickup stick to punch out any of the excess pieces. And then we'll use some reverse tweezers to hold on to those, and then use our liquid glue to adhere these down to the shadow. And I chose that dark pink for the words. And then I think that white shadow really makes them pop. And these are cut out in a couple different, letters. The word Merry, it's all the different letters. And then you just have the B and the R, and then ite for bright. So super simple. I love the font. The font for Merry is different than the font for Bright, and I think that is fun. And you could also use these for anything that you'd want to just say bright or just to say merry. And then those stars. Oh my goodness, those stars. As you can tell, I die cut out the stars using various colors. Again, non-traditional Christmas. I think I used more of a mustard color, a yellow, I used a teal, and then a lighter pink to kind of play off of the dark pink that we already have on the card. And this just gives me that fun, bright, Christmassy, retro feel. I'm really in love with this card. Is it easy to duplicate a bunch of them, you know, if you wanted to mass produce? Probably not, but it sure was fun to put together, I will tell you that. And I could see myself making a few of these just because I really enjoyed the process. And now I have the one, so there you go. All right, we are going to trim down our panel here in a second because this does measure 4¼ by 5½ inches, but I want that to be a little bit smaller than our card base, which is an A2 card base. So I'm going to hit this with my heat tool. Again, this dries a whole lot quicker than some of those other acrylic paints that are out there. And so I'll trim this down to 4 inches by 5¼ so that's taking off just 1/4 inch off the long side and the short side. And then we are going to bring in various Scrapbook adhesive 3D foam strips. So we have the strips, we also have the micro squares, we have the regular squares, and then we have the bigger squares. And I would say, especially when you're doing letters, that having all the different kinds is actually incredibly helpful. So I'm using some of these smaller squares and the strips on the word Mary. And then I'll use a big one just because that covers a little bit better. And then for the word bright, we do the same thing. I use some of those big ones and some of the smaller ones. And then I'm going to show you those micro squares. I didn't even know this was a thing until I got them. And I will tell you, I love them. At first I was like, when am I going to use those? But oh goodness, let me tell you, they have come in pretty handy since I opened this package. Especially for those little pieces, those little die cuts that you want to pop up. Sometimes it's hard to cut down your strips or your foam squares. They're already done for you. So let me show you those here in a second. I will end up using those on the brie, but look at how tiny those are. And again, very happy to have them, that's for sure. So we're just kind of placing things on there. I do want our brie to have some foam squares as well. So we're gonna pull him, put the back of him, flip him over, and put our squares on there. And this is when I was like, oh, he needs those micro squares for his feet, and we need some for the candy cane. They were perfect for this. Normally, I would probably just leave that hanging and hope for the best. Hope that nothing gets snagged on those feet or the candy cane, but I don't have to now because I have those little micro squares. All right, we'll peel off all of our release paper, and I'm going to try and center this up on my glass mat as best I can. Again, this is 4 inches across, so we're going to just center that up and keep the words more to the top. To center them up even better, just to make sure things are on there, I've got my Pearblossom Press A2 ruler. So good for that. There's also an A7 ruler. That's fabulous too. I'll peel off more of the release paper, centering everything up. And I love how the merry and bright really pop on there. But then the pun, may all your days brie merry and bright. Which I think is what's so cute about these Festivi-cheese sentiments, is that, you know, they're all a pun, which is so cute. All right, before I attach down our little brie, I am going to attach this down to our card base. That was 5½ inches by 8½ inches square, scored at 4¼ So it's a side folding A2 size card. Seems to be what I make the most these days. And then we'll peel off all of his release paper and we can plop him down on the front as well. All right. He's going to stick off the green just a tiny bit. And then I've got all those stars, like I said. So we're gonna flop that over. You can take a look at all the stars that I have. I love how they come in various ones, different. And I did it for all 4 of the colors that I chose. So we're just gonna have fun placing those around, kind of playing around with color and placement. And then when I'm ready, we will use our pickup stick along with our liquid glue to adhere each of those little stars down. But it was fun. And then when I, like I said, finally have the placement that I want, we will adhere all of those stars down using the pickup stick. I can't imagine trying to do this with just my fingers, that's for sure. And then a little spot of glue works perfectly for each one of those. And then the white splatter on the background is fun. It almost looks like snow. And then we'll just put a couple more on the front because I've got the stars. I might as well, right? I don't end up using every one of the stars, but I'm always glad to have extra pieces just because I'd rather have more than not enough, if that makes sense, and then have the extras that I just kind of stick off to the side or whatever the case may be. Then I'm just going to add a few of the stars on the inside because, you know, I do love to put some of the outside on the inside just to make everything a little bit more cohesive. And again, I have the stars, so I might as well, right? So I think in the end I ended up with like just 2 extra stars that I didn't use, but I felt pretty good because I used most of them. And then I'm not going to get rid of those stars. I'll save them for another card. Just throw it back in the package with my Merry and Bright dies, and that'll be that. But of course we can't just have even, so we are going to put one more in there. That puts 5. And that's going to finish off our card for today. I really love how this one turned out. It came out better than it did in my head, so those are always good days. So if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, huge thanks for all of you that stick around, use my affiliate links, watch my videos, all of that. It really does make a difference, and I really appreciate you. And I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.